Hi guys, happy Sunday. Hope you are having a great day. I just decided to come on to share a new recipe with you guys. If you're in my Winterfest group, you would have seen me do this demo on Thursday evening, but it didn't get shared to my personal page. So for those of you that are not in our Winterfest group, you missed out on some fun, but I wanted to come and show you this recipe as well. Part of what I am always searching for, ever since I started Weight Watchers, the reason I need Weight Watchers is my snacking is chips and dip. That's what I love. So even though I'm a baker, I am not big on sweets, but if it's chips and dip, I'm all about it. And so as you guys know, dips and any sort of creamy salad dressings, that is where the calories are hidden and where they're at, and that's the gotchas as far as watching calories or just watching what you're eating and keeping the fat down. So I'm always on the hunt. And I found a really good Greek yogurt ranch dip that can either be a salad dressing or a dip, so bonus, because I'm already starting to think about salad season, and salad dressings can be really, really tough to stay low in points for me on Weight Watchers or if you're doing low calorie. So in the meantime, I also get to show you our Flex Plus, which is the new power tool that came out in September of last year. So let's make some dip. So this container here comes with your Flex Plus. And if you have no idea what the Flex Plus is, it's our 3-in-1 power tool. It is an immersion blender, which is what I'm going to show you today. It is a hand mixer, and it's a food processor. And here's the cool thing, it is cordless. So for me, that is amazing because I do not have an outlet in my island. And if you have joined me in the past, you know this is basically where I'm standing to do my demos. I work at my island, but there is no outlet. Silly us, when we built the house, we didn't do that, but now I have the Flex Plus. So it is cordless. It can just come over to the island with me, and I don't have to go to a spot where there's a wall outlet where I'm really not comfortable working when I'm doing this stuff. The basis for this dip or dressing is Greek yogurt, and I use fat-free Greek yogurt. If you're not really watching calories or fat or anything like that, and you want to use full fat Greek yogurt, you do you. That is totally fine. But I am obviously watching that. And so I am using the fat-free. So I've just got my measure all cup here. You guys have seen me use this before. On this side, it's where you measure out liquids, and your liquid measurements are here. And then if you have something that's harder to measure, that's a pain to put into a measuring cup and then get back out. So yogurt, sour cream, mayonnaise, peanut butter, go to the other side, pull this plunger down, right? And then you've got measurements on this side in a different color, and you just pull the plunger down to where you need it to be. So I need 3/4 of a cup of my yogurt. So I'm just pulling that down to 3/4 of a cup. Gonna grab my little scraper here and fill up my measuring cup. So the cool thing about it is, with those things that I mentioned, the peanut butter, the mayonnaise, all of those things that are just hard to measure, this gets it out of the measuring cup clean and easy. It doesn't leave it behind. So I love it. I have one at the bakery as well that I use all the time. You know, so if I'm making peanut butter cookies, or if I'm making our ginger chew cookies, which have molasses in them, this is what I use to measure. All right, let's just make sure that I stayed down. Gonna put a little bit more. All right. All right, so here's my yogurt. So it's gonna go in here, so just watch. All I'm gonna do is turn it over and push the plunger, and in it goes. So now I can just take my scraper, scrape off the excess, but there's none left in the measuring cup. It's all gone, look. I love this thing. All right, so that's our 3/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt. And to that, I am going to add 1/4 of a cup of sour cream. Now, here is where I don't do fat-free or low-calorie. There are two things that I don't do substitutes on: sour cream and mayonnaise. I don't like them. I don't like reduced fat ones. I would rather use less of the real thing or not have it at all, because I just don't like it. So this is full fat sour cream. If you don't mind the reduced fat, then by all means you go that route and do that, but that one's not for me. All right, so we're gonna do 1/4 cup of sour cream. Yep, all right, in it goes. The end. Excuse me, I have seasonal allergies, so I'm sorry to sniff while I'm talking to you guys. All right, to this we are going to add, it calls for a teaspoon of garlic powder, but what I used the other night, and I really liked the way it turned out, I had some garlic and herb seasoning that is left over from my Taste Buds subscription, and you can also just buy it in a container from us as well. But I used that instead, and it worked really well. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of it. And I've just got my adjustable measuring spoon. This is the small one. It adjusts from a teaspoon down to 1/8 of a teaspoon just by sliding this slide. And they come in a set of 2. This is the larger one that goes from a tablespoon down to a teaspoon. So there's no bunches of measuring spoons floating around the drawer that we all hate. You've just got 2 with these slides to do all your measuring. So they're really handy. So that's my garlic and herb rub. It also called for a teaspoon of onion powder, which I don't have. But I do have just a big container of minced onion that I keep around. And since I'm gonna be whizzing this up with the immersion blender, I'm just gonna throw the minced onion in there. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of our all-purpose dill. And if you have not tried this, you need to try it. It is not just dill. There's other yummy things in there. And so this goes in my deviled eggs, my potato salad, my chicken salad, on so many things. I love dill. I use it a lot. So in that goes, and it only actually called for a 1/4 teaspoon, but I used a 1/2 because I like it. All right, and then let's see, we're gonna do some salt and some pepper. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper, and I'll share the recipe too in the comments when I'm done with this video. And the last thing to add before we start mixing it up is some lemon juice. So you can use bottled lemon juice if you have that, if you don't have fresh lemon, but I got out our juicer, which is a juicer and zester in one. You get both when you order this. So I'm gonna use some fresh lemon juice. I'm just going to cut the lemon in half. And 1/2 is probably all I'm going to need. And then I'm just going to juice it. And so this cover on the top, I'll try and turn it around where you can see, that's catching the seeds. So that's not going to fall into my juice. So if you've got oranges and you want to make fresh orange juice, you can do that. And see, all done. and it caught all of the other stuff. And on the side of this, it actually has measurements. So let's see how much it measured. If I can read that, because I've got old eyes. Yeah, so it's about twice as much as what I need. So I'm gonna just measure out a tablespoon of lemon juice into a measuring spoon so I don't get the dressing too tart. All right, and throw that in there. And then I'll throw the rest of the lemon juice into something else that I cook later today. All right, so I've got my Greek yogurt, my sour cream, all my herbs and spices, salt, pepper, lemon juice. So now we're gonna start whizzing it up. So if you have never seen me demo the Flex Plus, I was on the other night and I made the cauliflower gnocchi with it using the food processor attachment, and it worked really great. So the thing that's really cool about it is how powerful it is being a cordless tool. It's actually surprising. So I'm really enjoying it. So whichever attachment you're using, whether it's the hand mixer, the food processor, or the immersion blender, this is the power stick, right? It goes for any of them. So this is the immersion blender attachment. There's the blade. So we're just going to attach the two. They just clip together. And then I'm going to put the battery in. And it has a great safety feature underneath here, underneath your battery pack, is this little button. And you have to press that button before it will work. Because this has a blade on it, right? So if I just hit it accidentally, it's not gonna start cutting me or cutting anything that might be on my counter. I have to intentionally push this button and then it'll work. So I love the safety feature of it. All right, so I'm gonna start processing it, and then over here, I've got a 1/4 cup of milk and I'm gonna add a little bit at a time to get it to the thickness or the thinness that I want. Obviously, if you were doing it as a salad dressing, you would probably add more milk so it was runnier or thinner, but as a dip, you may want it a little bit thicker. So here we go. Oh, you know what, guys? The beauty of being live, I just remembered that I forgot to put something in. So I'm going to take this apart really quickly and try not to make too much of a mess, because I need a little bit of chives in my dip, and I totally forgot. So I've got some fresh chives that I just have wrapped in a damp paper towel and inside a Ziploc bag that I had in the fridge. And I'm gonna grab a few and just give them a quick chop and throw them in there. If I can find the edge of the paper towel, we will be doing good. Or maybe I'll just do that. All right, so I'm just gonna grab just a few chives. And I've got my Santoku knife here, and I'm just gonna give it just a quick chop, because the immersion blender is also going to chop it up and throw those in. But you don't want to forget those, because it gives you that sort of spring onion flavor, which you want. All right, so let's do that again. And while I've got the immersion blender out, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of milk in. Not too much, I don't want it to get too thin. All right. I'm gonna do just a little bit more milk, not much, because I don't want it too thick. Ooh. That looks good. And that's it, guys. Our dip is done. I'm gonna take this apart, and again, try not to make a mess. Let me carry it over to the sink. All right, get rid of my milk. All right. So let me grab one of my little 1-cup prep bowls here. You guys have seen these, I'm sure. They come in a set of 6, the 1-cup ones do, but there's also bigger sizes. And they're great for things like this, or if you're doing meal prep and you're cutting up all of your veggies and stuff. So here's our dip, look. That's our Greek yogurt ranch dip. So I'm gonna put some into this prep bowl. And almost all of it'll fit, which makes sense based on what we put in it. It makes just about a cup. You can obviously double that recipe if you need more. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna set that to the side, move some things out of the way, and then before I let you go, if we're having dip, we need chips, right? Well, I'm not eating traditional chips and crackers anymore. Although my favorite thing that is chip-like is veggie straws. If you guys know about veggie straws, that's like my major chip fix when I have to have it. But for this, I'm going to get the Rapid Prep Mandolin out, and I'm gonna cut up some carrots to have. And later on, I will be cutting up some cucumbers as well, but John's at the grocery store getting some more things, and cucumbers on the list. So this is our Rapid Prep Mandolin. This is part of our New Year's sale right now. You can get it for less than $60, and it's amazing. And if you're like me, you hear the word mandolin and you run, because we have a traditional mandolin in our home, and I will not use it. I want to keep all of these, and I don't like it. I won't use it. So when Pampered Chef came out with this, and I watched the video when they first demoed it for us, I was like, game changer. I'm not scared of this because my hand never comes near the blade. So you can make homemade French fries. You can do your veggies for stir fry. You're gonna see me do these carrots they're baby carrots. I could eat just a whole carrot, but I do them in slices to have them more like a chip size. So all I'm gonna do is turn this, make this handle come up, pull up on this, slide this down. This exposes where the blade will be, but you can see there's no blade here right now because the blade doesn't show up until I push down on this handle. Can you see the blade? And you might think, well, your hand could still be there. Nope, it can't, because you put this on there, which is the chute where we put the food, and my hand can't be near the blade. So it's totally safe. So I've got my bag of baby carrots over here that I'm just gonna grab some and throw them in. And they're gonna be irregular sizes for this. But I mean, for like your French fries, they're all perfectly the same size. They're great. So I've got my carrots in there, and the reason they're gonna be a different size is because I just kind of threw them in there and they're in all different directions. So my carrots are in there. It comes with this holder underneath to catch the food, and you just start pumping that handle. Ta-da! Veggie chips. So like I was saying, I'm gonna do some cucumbers as well when John gets back from the grocery store with some cucumber. And then I have guilt-free snacking. that doesn't derail what I'm doing as far as how I eat. So there we go. So if you need this in your kitchen, if you do a lot of stir fries, if you make homemade French fries, if you just don't want to have to stand there and chop up veggies individually by hand, then you need the Rapid Prep Mandolin. The Flex Plus that I was just showing you that helped us make the dip, that there's 2 ways to really get that at a deal this month. So the first way is if you host a party, you can select one of our power tools at 60% off in your party. So that can be the Flex Plus, that can be the Deluxe Air Fryer, that can be the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle that's over there on the counter, or the Deluxe Cooking Blender. So any of those power tools, you as a host, as soon as your party gets to $200, you can get one of those at 60% off. And that is on top of your free product and your half off product that you earn by hosting a party. I never want you guys to have to pay full price for anything. Host a party. Let me just set you up a shopping link. You've always got a friend that needs something from Pampered Chef, so you might as well get a deal. And then you get 10% off for the next year after that. So that's one way. The second way is for the month of January, you can start your own Pampered Chef business for $25. Yep, you probably saw it on my Facebook page yesterday and today. I'm even going to draw 2 winners to get the $25 kit for free. They can start their business for free. So how do you get the Flex Plus? What am I talking about? Well, when I help you get $1,250 in sales in your first 30 days, Pampered Chef is going to send you the Flex Plus for free, plus your paycheck, plus whatever other goodies you're also earning, which is a scraper, the whipped cream maker, and a piece of our enameled cast iron. $25, guys. Whether you want to be in my drawing to get it for free or not, if it's just $25 and you're like, I went to Walmart yesterday and spent $200 and I don't even know what I got, it's $25. It's what, 4 Starbucks trips? Just do it. If you do not like it once you start your business, if you decide it is not for you, I always want to make things very clear. No matter which kit you choose, if you chose the ultimate kit that gives you the Deluxe Air Fryer and it's over $1,100 worth of products for less than $300, if you buy that kit and you decide, you know what, I don't want to do Pampered Chef, it's just not for me, the kit is yours. You purchased it. No one is going to call you. No one's going to knock on your door and tell you to ship something back. It is yours. Pampered Chef does not do that. They do not require us to have inventory. After you buy your consultant kit, which, you can buy the one for $25 and there's no product involved. You get your website free for 90 days. You get your apron, you get catalogs, you get set up, and that's it. So if some extra income would bless your family, or if you just love Pampered Chef and you want great deals on stuff and a little extra money as a bonus, just do it. It is the month to do it. Now let's try some dip. How about that? So I've got a carrot stick. I've got my Greek yogurt ranch dip. And I'm a happy girl. So good. So good. And guilt-free. And like I said, if you're not watching your weight, I obviously am, and you want to use full-fat yogurt, full-fat sour cream, which I did, you do it your way. Adjust it to fit you. I will share the recipe in the comments. It's not a Pampered Chef recipe. It's one that I went and searched for and found and sort of adapted to work for me. I'm going to share that in the comments. I'm going to share the information about you getting into a drawing to start your business for free this month with me. And guys, I do this with you. I do the business with you. You are not going to be by yourself. I want to help you succeed. I want to help you earn a trip to Cancun, which is our incentive trip this year. And if you don't think that real people earn trips, I am real people. I earned a trip to the Bahamas. And you know what? My husband and I chose not to travel because of COVID. And Pampered Chef said, okay, here's cash instead. You don't feel good taking your trip? You have a cash out incentive. And that's something they offer every year. So I was still rewarded for the work that I put into my business. Obviously, I love this company. It has been a blessing to me and to my family, and I love sharing it with other people. And I want to help it bless you and your family, or just have a blast and meet new friends, which I have. I've met some amazing, amazing people that I would not have met otherwise. So that's it. I'm going to go eat carrots and dip on a Sunday afternoon. If you would please, guys, as always, share this video onto your timeline. Someone in your group may need the Flex Plus, may need a juicer, may need that rapid prep mandolin, may just need a guilt-free recipe for some dip. Whatever. It just helps me share my business even more when you share it with your friends as well. Thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure, and I will be seeing you again soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.